Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us, we have the Geartist Submarine One. This is an AM/FM NOAA weather band portable emergency radio. You can get these on Amazon for around $25 with coupons that can bring the price down to $19 or less. So keep an eye out for those deals. I'll have links down below. This is a very interesting radio and you might want to pick one up. So it comes in a simple brown box, emergency crank radio, picture of it there. And on the back side, it has a few bullet points. We'll go over everything, new design, nice flashlight, battery capacity, solar powered, crank powered, USB powered, and it has a phone charger. All right, pretty cool. Let's go ahead and open this up. Yeah, unique design. I got the orange color. They do come in different colors, but orange is a good safety color, so I picked it up. All right, got a bunch of stuff. The box is empty. Set this aside here. We'll see first things first. We'll lower this down a little bit more. All right, yeah, so they give us a charging cable, micro USB. Use it to charge the radio, and you can also use this to charge devices. You guys probably have a few of those, those who collect radios. User manual, pretty basic setup here. Let's kind of flash it on the camera here so you can see what's there. I'll go over again some of those features. There's interesting ideas. The designer actually, I think it's on Geartist, he's really proud of this design. And it's actually really cool. There's a few things I really like about this radio, and we'll go over those. Here's our specifications in millimeters, weight, some wattage. There's our frequencies. Okay, very cool. All right, so there's that. And next, let's get to the radio. It's in bubble wrap. I do like to see that. Protects the radio. Now, a unique design. Orange on red. Hopefully it's coming out. Yeah, I think it's coming out pretty nice. So yeah, let's go over dimensions first. We have 6 inches long. We're 2 5/8 wide. And we're a thickness of 1 3/4 of an inch. So let's do a size comparison here. Let's see this on camera. We have CC Pocket. CC Pocket in the house. Give you an idea. If you think about this emergency radio, you can't lose it. It's pretty big. You put it in a drawer, ready for emergencies. It's awesome. There's that. So you got CC Skyway. I always like to bring that in the picture. You know what? This red and orange is kind of blending, so I'm going to do something about that. So there you go. There's a CC Skywave. If I get an AM band with this, we need a frequency check, I'll use this. And that's our current time, 9:44 p.m. Central Standard Time near Chicago. Curious about my location. And we have a deck of cards here. Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He loves emergency radios from China land. He's Iron Man. So that gives you an idea. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to bring in a little board just for a backdrop here. That way we can see the orange color better. There we go. Because that red on orange wasn't working. So let's talk about the features of the Geartist Submarine One. Pretty cool name. Very unique design. In a sea of like standard portables like square ones and different shapes, this is actually really unique and refreshing. Some people may go, what the hell? And some people may go, I like it. So I actually really dig it. I like the control scheme and everything about that. So let's go check it out. On the front here, we have a 3 LED flashlight. That's actually really good. On top is a switch to actuate it. And it lights up what you need. It's actually very useful. You could use this as a normal light source. Digging it. You're not going to reach out really far with it, but around the house, be perfect in an emergency. Loving that. So on the front of the radio, you'll notice there's a band select switch here. It's kind of unique in that it sticks out almost like a little fin of a fish. There he goes. See, it's pretty neat. It might hook something, so just be careful with that. A little knob would have been better, but this is okay. So it's actually pointing to the frequency, so FM, weather band, and AM. Okay. We have a little speaker here. It's about 1.25 inches. It's rather tinny, but for a small emergency radio, it suffices. There's our dial, weather band on top, FM band, and then the AM band. And you can see a little white dial indicator. It's not so accurate, so as you tune your radio, you'll get used to where your stations are in relation to the numbers. It is a bit off. Down here we have a charge indicator. You can see it's lit up right now. The solar panel is picking up the lights in my room. It's charging the battery. We have a green light that lights up here for tune when you're in tune. That's really nice. And over here we have 4 blue LEDs that show you the status of the battery. Now it's always lit when the radio is on. It might be annoying to some, but I actually like knowing the charge status of the battery. So here we have our speaker mentioned. Okay, so over here, this is pretty cool. This is our tuning knob. It's flush with the radio, and I like it that up here is where you can tune it. And if you want really fine tuning, I'd like to tune it like this. It is really snug, so when you tune it, it's actually not too bad. It stays where you put it. You can't knock it easily, which is good. Down here we have our volume on off. You can see lights come on there. Over here we have SOS. So I'm going to cover the speaker here. I double tap to turn it on and 1 press to turn it off. There you go. Yeah, that'll wake up the neighborhood. Pretty cool. So yeah, top of the radio, you saw the switch for the light. The one thing about this radio, if you're carrying this in a backpack, because I said backpack champ, store it with the battery removed. And I'm going to show you that. This is what makes this radio really special, is the battery is removable. And I really like the setup. You guys are going to like it too. But yeah, so that turns it on and off. It's really easy to bump it. They could make that lower profile like on the running snail flashlight. So I'm sure the designer watching this video is going to make note of that. Maybe in the future, be able to lower that button down. It's nice and easy to actuate, but again, easy to turn it on in your backpack. That's very easy. So yeah, just remove the battery if you're worried about it turning on while you're carrying it. Top solar panel. Okay, I talked about that. Carrying strap comes with this. This is nice. Heavy duty little side thing here. Now the whole enclosure is like soft touch plastics. It's a silicone type, so I don't think it's the kind that gets sticky and messy. I think this will stay nice for the long term. I think it's a pretty thin coating also. On the back side here, we have a headphone jack, a mini USB charging jack to charge the battery, and of course we have an output to charge a phone or other USB devices. So up here, the headphone jack, I like to talk about the experience I have with it. It does have low-level hiss. It's an emergency radio. Didn't expect it to be like superior or no hiss at all, but it has some hiss, not a big deal. This mostly mids and highs. This is good for talk radio and classical music. I noticed I really enjoyed it with headphones, listening to that. Of course, FM mono, both ears, no FM stereo. So there you go. Now this is IPX3 rated. That's water hitting it at a 60-degree angle. I don't know for sure. I'm not the expert. Maybe the designer will chime in the comment section below. Hopefully he does, because I think he watches my videos. There's no rubber jacket to protect ingress of water here, and I think that could be an issue, especially down here with the power bank portion. So I would probably say avoid the 60-degree angle spray of water. And maybe like it was sitting like this, little droplets of water would probably be fine, like an IPX1 rated, maybe 2 at the most. But that being exposed, I have a hard time wondering if that's IPX3 rated. So, okay, this is one thing I had to mention. All right, we have our FM antenna. This antenna comes up and, whoops, there's the battery compartment. This comes up, extends out to 12 inches and swivels. So there's clearance. They made sure you could go all the way around, which is really nice for tuning. I did pretty good with the FM. We'll talk about that. So you saw the battery compartment. I accidentally opened it. Here, you open it up there. And what's really cool is it is a 18650 flat top battery. Yes, you don't usually see this. It's 2000 milliamp hour rated. I discharged it, charged it. It's exactly what they say. This is nice because it's a flat top, just no polarity. Spring side is negative. And this spot here, the front is positive. So always remember spring negative on this battery. But you could use, you could upgrade your power banks. This is your power bank battery, 2000. You can get yourself a really high-end battery like this here, the Panasonic 18650G. This guy here is rated at 3550 milliamp hours, or they just rounded up to 3600. But technically it's, what I said, you just put that in there. And it handles short circuits. If you do put it in backwards, it does say that it's protection in here, that it won't hurt anything. But there you go. You can run a 3500 cell in your radio. So I thought that was really nice. So you could have a little holder, which I recommend getting like a pack that holds like 2 at least, or maybe 4 of these batteries. And you can get these pretty cheap. Also, a really fun fact I'll show you really quick is like these here. People like to take apart laptop batteries. This came out of a modem backup battery. These I was able to get for 90 cents a piece after shipping and everything. I took them out of the packs. This is a 2600 cell LG. You can see I took the just little nubs left where I took off the nickel-plated straps, and this will work in here too. Just throw it in there and turn on your radio. See, there you go. So yeah, that's really neat to have this ability. It won't fit protected cells because it's really tight here. They didn't allow enough room for it, so they have to use the flat tops. But most people have these and they love them. So awesome. So I'm gonna put the original back in. Like I said, it's 2000 rated, and it is what it is. Definitely, I'd like to see that. Go off camera to get the battery door back on. Just here, clicks in. All right, so neat thing I like about this radio too is its dynamo. So this dynamo here is pretty beefy. So you can see it's got a wide design. I do like that. That adds strength. And of course, you know, when you're spinning it, you're gonna have that charge light too is gonna come on. Okay, it's hard to do on camera, but you get the idea. Just sit here and spin. Now, the cool thing you'll notice is there's a little notch right here, and you're wondering what that's for. Really cool feature. If I didn't read his selling points, I would have missed it. It's a stand. So you put this here, and now this flashlight will stand, and you can aim it for your flashlight. So if you're working on your car, you need to aim it upwards, and then I think you have a little bit of travel so you can move it back. So it's just down a little bit or up a little bit. So you get that little bit of motion. I thought that was pretty neat. Isn't that cool? It's got a little standing, standing leg there. So yeah, this is awesome. Enjoy it. I mean, for the price, it's great. I mean, there's Kato radios out there for the same price and that, but having that removable flat top, I love that. That just makes this radio for me. And the reception. When I start talking about reception, you're going to be really happy. It's a good little radio. So let's go ahead and start talking about reception. So FM reception report. I like to go over these. I take this upstairs, extend the antenna, and I sit around 2 o'clock in the afternoon and make sure there's no tropospheric ducting or any kind of E-skipping to affect the signal strength. And I go through the whole band, and I log every station I can find with it, with this tiny little antenna. And I found 56 stations, which is above average. It gives just about a good rating, just under, I'd say it goes in fair, okay, good, very good, excellent. Most analog radios typically run about 48 stations, about okay to good, something like this here. This old GE analog radio. But the newer ones with the DSP chips, this one has, allows it to get better reception on FM, a little better selectivity. So yeah, it scores good, solid good, and FM selectivity was also good. I could get faint stations. The only thing that made it difficult was the antenna length. Being a short antenna, it was challenging to get those fainter stations, but they were there and I was able to get it. So if it had a longer antenna, it could definitely pick up more on the FM band. So I also tested the NOAA reception, which we'll go over, the weather band, got about 4 stations, and we'll talk about the medium wave or AM band in a moment. So let's go ahead. We're going to do a little audio check here. I'm going to turn this on, and I got Radio Todderbert here playing. Trying to find it. There we go. I will run this demo for a minute or two. Now you'll wonder, this volume control sticks out the bottom a little bit. I thought that might be an issue, but the feet, when you're standing it does have a little bit of clearance, so you're not going to smack the volume unless you're on an uneven surface. So I did notice that, but I do love these controls. I think they're neat. Oops, let's keep going. Wait, I always got to mention this. People wonder, where are you getting the music? I'm using this. That's the battery. C-Crane FM transmitter 2, 92.9 megahertz. MP3 player attached, transmitting on this little antenna to the radio so you can hear royalty-free music. Alright. There you go. Okay, you get an idea. So yeah, you can check. You can tell this is a little tinny sounding speaker. It's not too bad for an emergency radio though. I mean, I like it. Actually, it's not too bad. Enjoying that. If you notice the battery status indicators are going back and forth and flashing, I think it keeps sampling the battery and it keeps redisplaying. Some people might like that, not like that. I don't know. It doesn't bother me really. I just saw it flashing, and if you guys were wondering, I think that's part of the design. So let's go ahead and go to the medium wave band. Now, during the day, the AM band, let's see, daytime reception was very good on locals and semi-locals. I was very impressed with it. There was no birdies or any harmonics in the radio. I'm very impressed with that. And yeah, so let's go ahead and turn that on. We're going to go to the, actually, you know, we should go weather band first. Show how that works. So if I switch it to that position, we'll extend our antenna. And I was able to get 4 stations on the weather band. We'll do that really quick.
40s downtown. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, sunny. Highs in the lower to mid 60s. Saturday night, clear. Lows in the lower to mid 40s in the suburbs and in the upper 40s.
So it's got 4 stations down here. You usually just get this one. Yeah, it's not weather alert, but at least, you know, if you saw it storming, you grab your weather radio, sit downstairs, and you can tune it in and hear what's going on.
The lower 50s
Keep on turn that off.
Highs in the upper 60s to mid 70s. Again, the forecast for southeast Wisconsin, including Milwaukee.
That's cool. So it picks up that station.
For tonight.
Okay, cool. So you got that idea. All right, we'll go and put this back down. And let's get on the medium wave band and show you that. Now, I never did an evening one, so we'll see what this can pick up at night. Like I said, during the day, it was pretty neat. Pretty impressed with it. So let's go ahead and do AM band. Turn it on. Go to the bottom of the band here. So we can hear tonight. Maybe I'll use my Skywave as a frequency checker. I mean, it's an emergency radio. I didn't expect much, but this AM band did surprise. This is CHLO 530 Brampton, Ontario. That's a surprise. 441 miles away, 250 watts. Yeah, that's awesome. I told you this little radio is good. Darn it, I keep turning it off. Blooper.
An American spy. What? Tells the story of one man's incredible journey of faith and survival.
I think we jumped her up to 560 WIND, Chicago.
Courage to never give up on it. This is terrorism.
At 106.9 FM.
I can't think of another thing this president should be doing. The media and the Democrats are trying to undermine the public's faith in the president, undermine the public's faith in these
Okay, music. Wow, I wonder where we're at there. Let me go ahead and just turn on my Skywave, and we'll see if that is 6:30. That's coming in clear. It might be a good night to listen. Excellent. So yeah, country music on CFCO, Chatham, Ontario, 6:30. This is 310 miles, 6,000 watts at night. Again, really cool for emergency radio to be operating this well on the AM band. Okay, so that's 650 WSM, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles. So it's picking up the country stations.
Georgetown. And that body clock sometimes just doesn't quite kick in the way it should.
Here's 670 The Score, WSCR, Chicago, Illinois. I think there's a Cubs game, or yeah, I think it's a Cubs game.
Ground ball coming to you, and he's playing out there in right field where you're just, you know, you're just not accustomed to being out there, right? I mean, that's something new for
Plumber. Call Nick Sco Plumbing now. We're open and ready to fix your plumbing problem. No job is too big or too small for our service experts. Go to nickscoplumbing.com today and schedule your service call. Choose a pro. Choose Nick.
Here's 700 WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, on 700, 300 miles away.
Ports, Ohio.
Cincinnati Reds take on the Chicago White Sox. Presented by Homemade Brand Ice Cream. Plus, stay up to date on everything Reds.
To tell you I like this tuning out, it's awesome.
Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. For game
Major sporting events worldwide. Tons of bets available during games. From money lines.
And no snap, crackle, pop on that newer Sanjin that I reviewed, the SR36. I can't believe it. See, it's one of those things where everybody's excited about a new radio from Sanjin, and this inexpensive weather radio is doing better. Just can't believe it. This is great.
537.
Heart problems won't wait for COVID-19.
So Geartist, I think I'm saying that right. Geartist, that's how it's pronounced, I think. They're pretty awesome. Good job, guy. You did a good job designing this. I'm loving it.
Online or on the phone with telehealth. Or in person.
Nate, he's the COVID candidate. Listen to clip number 3.
Requiring masks and maintaining social distancing.
Tracy's going to relaunch that effort and keep pushing further to make it easier.
Okay, I think we're not able to get Zoomer radio. Let's see.
Did that come through the airways? Because I didn't hear it.
So it's jumping right to 760 WGR Detroit, Michigan. That's not too bad. That's 270 miles.
Not number one.
Harris Biden administration is going to...
Got it. Okay, got it. Thank you. No more.
4 walks and 28 strikeouts.
Biggest issue.
So yeah, there's can't get to 2 stations, or 740, 750. So it's just jumping from strong 720 and strong 760. Yeah, it's a little bit of selectivity, but still, it's usable.
BLM and the Democrat machine with the Communist Party USA with foreign money.
Of COVID. We're going to solve COVID. COVID will be solved in the next...
2,000 years later.
I know it's saying that's a negative because probably because of the pandemic, like 3-4 months off.
There's some people that were accusing him of being a bit of a sore loser. Don't you want a sore loser? Don't you want somebody who hates losing? I mean, isn't that what you want at the helm? Don't you want somebody who hates losing? That's what I want. I put a quarterback who absolutely kicking and screaming, remember? I absolutely want somebody out there who's a sore loser. Fan and such. I hate it. You know? We beat ourselves. We had the ability. I have the confidence in myself and my teammates. We had the ability to beat that team if we hadn't made mistakes.
Not sure where it jumped to.
I'm here for that kind of accountability. Absolutely. Give me some pads. I'll go strap them up for you, Drew, right now.
I wonder if it went all the way up to 830. Man.
Yes. I think anybody who's played the game is going to see that he's going to sit there and look at that and say, oh, all right, okay, yeah, let's do it. Look, I'm not hammering the guy because I want
Okay, we'll keep going.
I want players to be honest with us. So there's certainly I'm saying some of the reaction.
Au moment de la télé, on a dit que la radio allait mourir, et au moment du cinéma, le cinéma a toujours été là.
What they were able to do, and it did take...
Interesting. Okay, so that went really high.
Into the game that you and I both didn't necessarily see coming from the Titans, going up tempo, doing something that's a little bit outside of their comfort zone. I think they had the benefit of not...
I'm glad I found that. That's 850. Keel Wave at Denver, Colorado, 890 miles. That's pretty awesome. It did skip a few stations to get there.
That's right. They did give them a lot of opportunities, but
Who are actively interested.
I just went back a little bit. This is 840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah, DSP radios are a little tricky. You got to go back and forth for the selectivity, but not bad.
And they report these experiences, and they have enhanced...
Peut-être qu'on va changer aussi notre...
It just jumped over 850 there, as you noticed. This is CJBC 860, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles, French speaking.
Pas des arrivées dans nos vies, donc peut-être qu'un blockbuster, ça sera plus 375.
with their very best paint.
It's possible to make better and better.
This is
You can always
890.
expect more than what you always expect. At Honda, asking these questions brings us the innovative answers you'll find in the Honda HR-V LX. With incredible cargo space and the exclusive magic seats you won't find on the Subaru Crosstrek or any other competitor.
All right, so this is WCBS 880, New York, New York, 750 miles. Awesome. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention, during the day, towards the top of the band, it did falter a little bit and got too quiet, could barely pick up stations, but we'll hear what it does tonight at the evening time.
Artemis Health knows you are looking forward to the start of the baseball season, getting outdoors, and possibly...
So I'm going to go a little quicker. Just scroll through the band.
I was like so embarrassed.
well-being of all and remind us that we...
That's how he views it.
And I can answer the high school question, which...
Charging violent demonstrators with crimes, including potentially prosecuting protesters for plotting to overthrow the U.S. government. People with the familiar with the conversation said that they are plotting to overthrow the U.S. government. They said so, haven't they, Mr. Producer? They're plotting to overthrow the government. That's what they tell us. Antifa, Black Lives Matter, and the rest.
Not sure. We'll just keep going.
Call with U.S. attorneys.
No. Okay, what's his joke?
You shut down traffic from everywhere but the lot?
We'll go to the top of the band.
Well, in a couple of ways, as you and I have spoken about.
I think that music there is 1610. Let's see if it's correct. Yep. Oh. So 1610, CHHA, Toronto, Ontario.
This is the score on the Xfinity Cubs radio network.
This is Chicago Cubs baseball with Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer on the Cubs radio network.
So we're simulcasted, I think, to 1650.
Epic adventures and boundless possibilities at Jeep Adventure Days. And take advantage of great deals now.
So that's 8. 1650 is KCNZ, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles, 1,000 watts at night. So this definitely is a really good evening receiver on the top of the band. Oops, yeah, we're still making noise. Let me turn it off. Okay. And we're at the top. Okay, let's turn this off. Do final thoughts on the Geartist Submarine One. Yeah, the designer said he took his inspiration from the songs Yellow Submarine. And yeah, I think it's unique. It is fun. I like the way the dynamo's designed. That's a smart setup. I mean, to see them beef up that, make it wider like that, that's always smarter there. I do like the fact that it uses this little notch here to stand the radio up. That's really just smart thinking. And then, of course, it doesn't have a spot for dry batteries like AAA's, but they try to make it compact. And the fact that you can remove this and put your own 18650 flat top in there really makes this a winner for me. I mean, I and you heard the AM, it's not bad at all. A little selectivity problems, but not too horrible. This might be a deal breaker for some, having the little rubber jacket there. But I'll be honest with you, those rubber jackets, they curl up over time anyway and fall off. So just be careful not to get your radio wet. Maybe put it in a waterproof bag or something like that. That'd probably be your best bet. That way it's protected against the elements. That's what you should be doing with most electronics anyway. But overall, pretty cool setup. I'm liking it. I like the simple controls. I really like the tuning knob. It tunes smoothly, and when you get on station, it stays there. The volume, I kept turning it off. That's just me being dumb. But overall, yeah, for the price, it gets a recommended buy all day long for emergency radio. Simplicity, if you don't mind having extras of these around, it's not a bad thing to invest in these. I really like these. You can get these really cheap. Like I said, I picked these. I was able to reclaim these. Some people reclaim laptop batteries. They love having extras of these. And here's your radio for it. Rock on. It's like, I think this is like the first I've ever seen utilizing flat top cells. So kudos to this gentleman. I'm loving it. Can't speak more of it. So there you are. If you enjoyed this video, give me a big like. You guys are the best. 2, if you like the brand, you like the style, subscribe and hit the bell icon, get notified of future emergency radio reviews, unique ones like this. Hopefully this company comes out with new designs all the time. Definitely be watching them. And 3, comment below what you think about the Submarine One. It's something you would like. I know it's a funky design, but to be honest with you, it just needs to perform. And that's what it does. I'm pretty happy with what it is capable of. So yeah, hopefully you think the same. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you in my next video.